everybody. Welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm your host, Mike Yellak, alongside Dustin Pastula. Let's go. Week 5 predictions. Here we go. NFL. We have the Thursday night game. The Cardinals, who are undefeated, at the 2-2 Rams. This is pretty disgusting for me to say. I'm going to say the Cardinals are 5-0.
I
don't get it, but yeah, Cardinals.
You know what? I'm going to go with my former coach, Jeff Fisher.
All right. Good.
Pick the Rams.
Dolphins at the Bengals.
Bengals.
This is a bad game. Yeah, Bengals, definitely. I think the Bengals bounced back from... What'd they do? I don't even remember what the Bengals did last week. But you know what? I'm going to go with... You know what? No. Dolphins are mad. They just had an overtime loss to the Cardinals. Dolphins.
And I'm going to go with the Bengals because you also have to look at it this way. The Dolphins are horrible on the road.
But they have Reggie Bush.
But they're horrible on the road. They've had him for a while and he hasn't done anything. So
the 3-1 Ravens are at the terrible Chiefs, who have won one game against a winless team, the Saints. So I'm going with the Ravens.
As well am I.
The Packers, who are 2-2, average, let's be honest, are at the Colts. I'm going with the Pack. Is there any question here the Packers win this game?
I'm going to go with the Chiefs, too. Yeah, also, you got to look at it this way. I mean, what? They won the Super Bowl at 9-7, so, I mean,
okay,
we can't really judge them on a 2-2 record.
True, true. The Keystone State Battle, here it is. Which, I have the Eagles going 12-4 this year. The losses being Ravens, which they won that game. Steelers, Saints, and at the Cowboys. Obviously, the Saints, I think they'll win now. I have them losing this game originally to the Steelers. I want this Eagles to win, obviously. I just think it's too much. Coming off an emotional win with Brian Dawkins at the stadium and everything, against beating the Giants in first place. I think they'll win next week, but this coming week, Steelers.
Eagles.
Oh. I want to go with them, but I just...
That's the first time I ever picked them.
I think it's too much.
No, I picked them before.
The Brownies, the Browns, who are winless. The only other winless team besides the Saints.
Good for them.
At the Giants. I am going to have the upset of the year. I'm calling it right here. My mortal lock. The Browns win this game. Yes, I actually just did that.
After the Giants lose a rivalry game to the Eagles in the last couple, minutes, seconds, they're not going to let an undefeated team or a winless team beat them.
All right.
Giants, especially.
You're probably right.
Especially not in New York, folks.
But
not in New York.
Well, look what happened. Look what the 49ers did in New York.
Well,
terrible.
They're also a better team than the Browns.
True. Then we have the Falcons, who are undefeated. This is our game of the week, by the way. At the Redskins, who you think are so great.
They're going to win.
I'm going with the Falcons. I'm going to get that belt back. The Falcons. Go ahead.
I already said it.
Redskins.
Yeah, I said they were going to win.
Okay. The Bears, who just had a big win last night against the Cowboys.
It was great. I watched it.
It was an awesome game. I loved it. At the Jaguars, who are god-awful. So the Bears win this game.
Yeah, Bears.
Jaguars are terrible. The Seahawks, who lost at the Rams, and they don't deserve to really win anything anyway. So, at the Panthers, Cam. Oh, Cam. He wins. Panthers all the way.
Panthers.
Come on. They get back on track. They're 1-3.
Panthers win.
They need to start winning it.
How about the next game?
Bills at the 49ers.
Steroid-infused 49ers win.
Will you stop?
Win
All
this
right.
game. They win.
49ers win, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they pop it in right before the game. They'll be good.
The Broncos with Peyton Manning, who have looked so far. At the Patriots, who just put 52 points up on the Bills. I don't think they put that much on the Broncos. Patriots do win this game, though.
They do, especially at home.
Yes. Your team, the Titans, are at the Vikings, who... That's kind of the reason why I lost that. So I'm going to actually run with them now. I'm going to go with the Vikings. I'll never pick against them again.
Titans.
Oh, okay. The Chargers, who are playing a pretty good, decent team so far this year.
Yeah.
are at the 0-4 Saints. They're going to be 0-5 this year. Chargers.
I think the Saints get their first win.
Do you?
Yep.
I know. And then our Monday night game. This is a bad game considering how well I think the one of the worst teams are playing one of the best. The Texans are at the Jets, who are terrible. I'm picking the Texans. There's no question.
Yeah.
That's another lock of the week here.
Lock of the week.
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna go on to our producers' topics right now.
It's actually segues from the worst team, which I was just talking about.
Oh, it does. Santonio Holmes
should
might be out for the season. Should the Jets sign T.O. or Chad Johnson?
Yes. Yes! T.O.
Which one? T.O.?
I would go with T.O. Chad Johnson's an idiot.
See, now, you're looking at two of probably the most egotistical players in NFL history.
Yes, absolutely.
But I feel that out of the two of them, Chad Johnson's ego has definitely affected his playing more than T.O.
And the whole thing with his wife, too.
I honestly...
T.O.
T.O. Honestly, I've always thought T.O. was the better wide receiver.
And we're not talking about any change of quarterbers. So,
I just always thought T.O. was the better wide receiver. I don't know. He's better.
All right. Who is the Eagles' biggest threat in the NFC? Honest with you, Falcons. That's it. I really don't see anyone else. Maybe the 49ers. 49ers and Falcons. No. I know. Oh, well, the Cardinals are... I don't care. They're not a threat to me. Not the 49ers, really?
To the Eagles?
Yeah. No. So you just think the Falcons. That's it.
I think the Falcons are a threat.
That's it? Just the Falcons?
I think the Falcons are the biggest threat in the
NFC.
NFC.
Not the Bucks or the... Well, the Bucks are terrible, but... I'm trying to think who else is that. The Packers? No.
I don't...
Yeah, I would say the Packers are...
I think the Falcons are the best team in the NFC right now.
Well, we'll see even in 3 weeks.
Possibly even the best team in the league. For the simple fact of the matter is, they really don't have any weaknesses. I mean, they have a great quarterback. They have a great offensive line.
Yeah.
They have a great defense. And, there's just not much about them that's bad.
All right. Speaking of undefeated, who's the best team?
I just said it.
Texans?
I just said the Falcons.
I'm going to go with the Texans.
Falcons.
Texans?
Well, maybe we're looking at...
I wish we could see a Texans-Falcons matchup right now. Because I don't want there to be this...
Maybe we'll see it maybe that's the Super Bowl. Maybe we just predicted the Super Bowl.
I feel like that's just too predictable. You know that never happens either.
I'm just saying, you never know.
You never know. But I feel like it's going to be someone else, at least from the AFC. It won't be the Texans.
You don't think it'll be the Texans? Okay, well then how about this? Out of the AFC, who other than the Texans do you think has a chance to make it to the Super Bowl?
Ravens, Patriots. That's
Ravens
it.
and Patriots.
Yeah, maybe the Steelers. That's it.
Honestly, I don't know about the Patriots this year.
They put 52 points up against the Bills.
You just answered your own question. The Bills.
True. True.
They put 52 points up against the Bills.
Okay. All right, NFC. Let's talk about NFC. Packers, Eagles, Falcons, 49ers. Stop with the Cardinals. They're no. Like I said, girl with no makeup on. Are we excited for the old refs to be back this week? Dustin?
Sure.
You're staring into La La Land, huh?
I guess.
Look, here's the thing.
I'm not a fan of the question.
The refs back, yeah. Did the games go smoother? Yeah. There was still some calls that were a little... I think the refs are still a little rusty. That's all I got to say.
Honestly, I think real refs or replacement refs, you're just going to get screwed either way.
By the way, I'm going to add a question of my own if you don't mind. Jake Locker. Did you see that hit put on Jake Locker this week?
I did not know.
Jake Locker took one of the biggest hits of the season so far. And got his, collarbone, but shoulder, and he's out indefinitely for the foreseeable future. But
right
now you have Matt Hasselbeck again.
Well, I mean, honestly, he's not a horrible quarterback. So
I never thought he was good.
I'm not too worried.
Not a Matt Hasselbeck fan, that's for sure.
I'm not too worried. So, real quick, I want to interrupt here as well. But speaking of the Chargers versus the Saints the Chargers did just sign Chris Carr as a cornerback. They brought the veteran Chris Carr in. My question to you is, and this is a personal question that I want to ask you, is do you think that changes the game for the Chargers in any way?
No, I really don't. I don't think Chris Carr changes the game at all for the Chargers at all.
You don't even know who he is, do you?
Jerry Jones.
You don't know who he is.
Jerry Jones last night.
Oh, Jerry Jones actually has gone on record saying that he's not worried about Tony Romo. Should he be?
Yes. I'm not worried about him. I think Tony will get it together. I don't really. Tony Romo now leads the NFL in interceptions with 8 interceptions.
Which, by the way, is more than Michael Vick.
Yeah, Michael Vick only has 6 or 5 or 6.
I think it's
6. Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's another thing. Jerry, I feel I don't have Alzheimer's. It's coming back to me.
Go ahead.
I feel that for the past several years, not 1, not 2, but several years, you've been saying that exact same quote. When are you going to worry?
Yeah. He said the same thing about Drew Bledsoe. I'm not worried about Drew Bledsoe. When are you going to be worried about one of your quarterbacks? When's it time, Jerry? When's it time to make a change?
Well, honestly, when you got the money that Jerry Jones has...
Yeah, he doesn't care. They're still going to come to the game.
When do you have to worry about
They could go 2-14. People would still show up to that stadium because it's a beautiful stadium. So,
yeah,
I mean, you know what I mean? Who are the Eagles' top 3 current players? Current players? LaShawn McCoy, number 1.
Correct.
I don't like his attitude. Deshaun Jackson, number 2. I don't like his attitude at all.
I honestly, as a person, I really dislike Deshaun Jackson. I think he's rude. I think he's inconsiderate. I think he's disrespectful. And I think he's arrogant. And those are 4 qualities of someone who's just, in my opinion, well, I mean, most people disagree with me because of how good of a player he is. But as a person, he's a waste of oxygen.
And now, I went on all offense here. Brent Selleck leads the league this year in yards.
He's good.
Tight end. Brent Selleck, definitely. Yeah, I think he's actually above Deshaun Jackson at this point. So I think McCoy.
Well, who is your top 3 of all time? Eagles players. Ever.
Brian Dawkins, Don McNabb, Reggie White. Yep.
You're not going too far back there, but I mean, those are...
Reggie White's dead. Brian Dawkins just got his number retired, and Don McNabb.
I understand that Reggie White's dead, but okay, when did he play?
In early '90s.
Exactly. You did.
What do you want me to say? Norman Van Brocklin? I mean, what do you?
I don't know.
I mean,
the Eagles go back a long time.
I'm just saying,
like everybody post '90. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
That's all I'm saying. So this is our last one. Can the Eagles go another week without turnovers?
Against the Steelers?
Sort of. It's sort of a weak question. For the simple fact is, when does any team really go more than 1 week without turnovers?
Yeah.
But when you got the likes of Troy Polamalu,
who is playing actually, we just got informed here. Troy Polamalu and James Harrison both will be starting on Sunday at 1:00 on Fox.
I mean, you got players like that on the other side. It's difficult.
It's gonna be hard.
It's very difficult.
Still think the Eagles can pull this game off. I think Eagles could go. Still, I mean, they're gonna go 12-4. I say. But I have to remember, I do have them losing this game, and that's what I'm going to say. I say the Eagles
make the wild card go 10-6.
Okay, but you have them winning this game, the Eagles.
I know.
Okay, stranger things have happened. I mean,
here's the thing: when it comes to the history of the Eagles, if there's one thing I've got from these fellas to the south of us, is that they win the games that no one expects them to win, and they lose the ones that they're supposed to.
They play down to their opponents, and. For example, the Cardinals. Yes, they're 4-0. Like I said, by the end of the year, they may be 8-8. They are that woman that you see from far away. Wow, that's a good team. Oh, wait. No, it's not a good team. You're right. It's a trick. It's a trick all the way. This team is going to be... They're tricking you right now. Hey, Trick, what's up? Cardinals are here. Yeah, Cardinals. They're a trick. They ain't treating either. So, speaking of Trick or Treat, our Halloween show will be in a month. So, I don't know why. But,
almost
3 weeks.
Exactly a month.
3 weeks.
Almost exactly a month.
Yeah. Are we getting scared yet for it? Producer, are you getting scared for it? Halloween show? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's see. Let's hope we have more than just a pumpkin on the table
All right.
for this one.
All right. Well, we will see you next week right here. Let's do it. On Ba-Da-Da-Dum Sports Talk. We're coming back next week.